Hello there, welcome back to the channel. If you're a new visitor, I'm Jacqueline Marie. In today's video is part 2 of our fall trip to Switzerland. In this episode, we continue our travels through this beautiful country. If you have not watched part 1 of this video series, I will link it in the description below. So let's go ahead and grab your favorite fall drink and let's go ahead and explore this beautiful country. This is day 7 of our trip and we start very early in the morning with a breakfast at the hotel in Mürren, and then we're going to take the gondola to go to the Schilthorn. After breakfast, we left our little mountain hotel and began the 15-minute walk to the gondola stations. The streets were very quiet because there is no cars allowed here. We hopped on the gondola to head up to Schilthorn. At first, everything was wrapped in fog. It felt like floating through clouds. We changed gondolas at Birg, and as we climbed higher, the mist suddenly broke open into sunshine. We made it to Piz Gloria, and the skies were blue and there was a sea of clouds drifting below the peaks. The air up top was crisp and windy but not too cold, just perfect with a light jacket. The views were unreal. You could see the Eiger, the Monch and Jungfrau rising above the clouds, so close it felt like you could reach out and touch them. We stopped at the Piz Gloria rotating restaurant, which slowly turns as you eat, giving a 360-degree view of the Alps. I ordered the richest chocolate cake and my husband had a warm apple strudel with a cappuccino. Everything tasted even better surrounded by those mountains. Afterwards, we check out the James Bond Museum. They filmed part of the On Her Majesty's Secret Service here, and we did the interactive helicopter ride. It was so much fun. Then we hop again on the gondola and stop at Birg to do the Thrill Walk, and by then the sky was completely clear. The views were breathtaking, deep valleys, bright snow and endless ridge lines. The Thrill Walk wraps around the cliff edge with glass floors and metal grades. You can literally see straight down. Going down on the Thrill Walk, you have to go through a lot of stairs, and yes, you have to use the same stairs to come up, but it's totally worth it. When you get to the ramp, you are on the edge of the cliff and the views are spectacular. After finishing the amazing Thrill Walk and soaking all these beautiful views, we headed upstairs towards the gondola station. We took the gondola all the way to Schilthorn. We started our trip down on the gondola with some fog, but by the time that we passed Mürren, the village was all clear and it looked beautiful. We even saw paragliders. We made it to the gondola station and we changed gondolas to go down all the way to Lauterbrunnen Valley. We made it all the way down to the valley, and in here we took a short bus ride to see the Trummelbach Falls. After a very relaxing and short bus ride, we made it to the Trummelbach Falls. We bought the tickets and proceeded to start walking towards the entrance of the falls. Inside the mountain, you can hear the waterfalls roaring. It's powerful and very loud. The ground is wet and slippery, so definitely wear good shoes. After exploring these beautiful waterfalls, we walked back down the stairs and stopped at the little cafe. We sat outside in the sunshine and we both got a delicious peach tart. My husband got a coffee and I got a cold orange Fanta. It felt like the perfect break before heading on. Then we took a short bus ride all the way to Lauterbrunnen and we walked to the train station and we hopped on a train all the way to Kleine Scheidegg. The little mountain train heading up to Kleine Scheidegg is one of those rides that feels straight out of a storybook. The train slowly winds its way up the hillside, climbing higher and higher above the valley. The train makes a short stop in the Bergen train station and then continues upward, zigzagging along the slope with views that keep getting more and more dramatic. By the time we reached Kleine Scheidegg, it felt like another world. Open alpine meadows, crisp mountain air, and a 360-degree views of the Swiss Alps all around. By the time that we got there, it was pretty quiet. Things were starting to close down. We stopped in one of the gift shops and got a few souvenirs. Then we wandered around, soaking all the beautiful view, and then it was time to hop back on the train to go to our next destination. From there, we took the train down to Grindelwald, which felt so different, more lively and full of shops, cafes, and lots of people. We explored for a while, popped into a few gift stores, and ended the day with a cozy fondue dinner there. As the sun was starting to set, we headed down to the train station to take our ride all the way to our hotel in Mürren. We made it to Lauterbrunnen and it was already nighttime and the falls were lit and they look spectacular. From there, we took a short gondola ride all the way to our next train connection all the way to Mürren. We made it all the way to the Mürren train station, did a little walk towards our hotel, and settled in for the night. It was a perfect and magical day in Switzerland. Today, we woke up very early, had breakfast at the hotel, and walked down to the train station to go on our next adventure. We have a 2.5-hour train ride all the way to Bern. We took the mountain train in Mürren all the way to the gondola station, and from the gondola station we took the gondola all the way to Lauterbrunnen. We did a short walk to the Lauterbrunnen train station to catch our next trains. From the Lauterbrunnen train station, we got on the train to take us to Interlaken Ost. After a very scenic 2.5-hour train ride, we arrived in Bern. Immediately, we set off to explore this beautiful old town. The cobblestone street, historic buildings, and charming little shops made it feel like stepping back in time. And the fountains with the drinkable water are everywhere. We continue our stroll along the river in Bern, soaking the sparkling water and the charming riverside views. Soon we reached the famous clock tower, where a crowd had gathered, all eyes fixed on the intricate workings of this historic timepiece. We continue our walk and we reach the Bern Cathedral. We got tickets to embark on our climb to the top of the tower. The journey upward was an adventure in itself. Over 300 steps of narrow, spiraling stairs that felt just like a little claustrophobic, but every bit worth it. Once we made it to the top of the tower, the panoramic views of Bern were spectacular. After we spent some time on the top of the tower admiring the beautiful views, we started going down the stairs. After going through over 300 steps on the stairs, hunger had definitely caught with us. We stumbled upon the cozy Kramer Cafe and decided to have lunch outside. After a delicious lunch, we passed by the Einstein Cafe, strolled by again the beautiful clock, and continued walking towards the train station. From the train station in Bern, we took the next train that it will take us to Thun. After a 30-minute ride on the train, we arrive in this beautiful town. Thun is a hidden gem. We immediately made our way to the river. This river has a beautiful crystalline water, and sometimes there are surfers surfing in this area. We crossed the beautiful bridge and made it all the way to the beautiful Thun castle. After wandering around the Thun castle and soaking in the views over the town and the lake, we wandered down and strolled through the quaint streets lined with cozy stores and inviting cafes. After exploring this hidden gem, we made our way back to the train station. We hopped on the train to Interlaken Ost, and then we took another train to Lauterbrunnen. In Lauterbrunnen, we took a short bus ride to the Gondola, and then from the Gondola, we made it all the way to Mürren. We made it to Mürren and we had dinner at the restaurant next to the gondola station. I had a delicious hamburger and my husband had a delicious rosti. While we were admiring the beautiful sunset against the mountains, we had this delicious dessert. As the sun was dying down and reflecting on the mountains, I noticed that there was a shadow against the rocks that resembled a man's figure. I was able to catch it on film. How cool is that? After dinner, we went back to the hotel, and tomorrow is going to be a big day, but that's going to be on part 3 of this video series. Tomorrow, we're packing our bags and heading to Zermatt. Thank you so much for coming along with me, and I hope you join me in part 3 of this video. So don't forget to subscribe. I'm Jacqueline Marie, and this is the Sea Green Coastal Cottage. See you next time.